Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a somewhat requested video. It's very similar to a video I have already done, which was the what's on my iPhone. Today we're going to be doing a what's on my iPad. I had a comment or two asking to do a what's on my iPad, and I recently got this new one. I got the iPad Air 11-inch in, I believe it's called Space Gray, along with the Apple Pencil Pro to go with it. I love this iPad so much. I definitely recommend if you are a student and you just want something to use for school. This is the iPad. When I first ever showed that I got my new iPad, I got a few questions asking whether I preferred the Pro or the Air. The reason I got the Air was because along with the education savings that Apple's having, they also had a free accessory to go with it. So of course, my Apple Pencil was free, which was amazing. This iPad cost me, I believe, $817 Canadian dollars. Again, of course, with the Apple Pencil being free. But if I were to get the Pro, it would have cost me maybe around $600 more, and I just didn't think it was that worth it because I didn't see much of a difference between the Air and the Pro. So I decided to get the Air, and she is so pretty. Just look at her, oh my gosh. Also, don't mind the time that I'm filming this. I know it's late, but we don't need to talk about that. And without further ado, let's get started on the what's on my iPad. To start off though, this is my wallpaper. I actually saw this wallpaper on Pinterest, but I didn't like the color, so I put it on Procreate and I made it this amazing blue. I just redrew everything on here. I also love the fact that this iPad has Touch ID on the side, and compared to the Pro, which has Face ID, which I don't like for an iPad. Now we are screen recording. So again, this is my wallpaper here. For my little widgets, I just have the calendar widget and then the battery widget. It's just easier to see, pretty easy access, but let's get started. This right here is my lovely iPad. I took some time customizing it and making it my own, and I think it looks absolutely perfect and it fits my vibe so well. Let's start off with the widgets here. The first widget is my music widget because I love listening to music. I listen to music all the time. I just have my most recently played, which are The Smiths, of course. I have my favorite songs, which are basically my liked songs. My Twilight's Feel playlist. The one with the rock emoji is kind of my rock playlist, quote unquote. It's not exactly rock, but it's music that is very similar to rock, I would say. Please don't judge me. And then of course the big one here is my most played playlist of all time, which is just my kind of vibe, some of my favorite music. So that's what I have here. I use Apple Music, so it's perfectly displayed there. Now, two of the widgets here are actually from Pinterest. As you can see, the top right corner one and the bottom left corner one are both Pinterest. The top right is just showing my overall home feed in general, and then the bottom right is showing my specific board. So if I press my edit widgets, right now it's on my vibes board, but I can change it to any other ones. You can see my private ones here, which are like Minecraft builds and houses and stuff. Pay no attention to that. I do like Minecraft, but I can also change it to anything else like fashion, and I have it set to change hourly. By the way, you guys should go follow my Pinterest. I'll have it linked in the description at allyweary. But those are two boards that are for Pinterest. The next one is my calendar widget. Again, it's just kind of easy to see if I have anything to do or anything specific or important. I have my calendar widget just right there. And then the last widget here is ChatGPT. Now the reason I have ChatGPT here as a widget is because I'll use it sometimes just to look up something really quickly. It's just really easy to press and then just to look up, like, tell me a fun fact about the Roman Empire. And then it'll just easily tell me something, and it's just easy access to use. I like widgets because I can just tap it easily without having to actually find the app on my iPad somewhere. And if we scroll to the side at this little bar thing, I don't actually know what it's called. I have 3 different widgets. Again, I have my calendar widget, but it's a bigger one so I can see more into the next few weeks. It's actually my mom's birthday in 2 days from when I'm filming this, and I'm really excited to celebrate it with her. I got her an amazing gift, I would say. And then underneath I have, again, my battery widget just so I can see what percent my iPad is at, or my Apple Pencil, or if I have my AirPods connected to it. And then underneath that is just the weather widget, just to see what the weather is like in my city, because the weather can be pretty bipolar. Now to get on with the actual apps. The first folder here is my productivity folder. In here I have just kind of everything I would use for school. So I have notes in here, and it's not something I use for school, but it's just something I could easily access because I just write down quick notes in there. For example, my most recent note in here is my mom's birthday gift list. I did get her these 3 things, but the 4th thing, which are the shorts, were unfortunately sold out and I can't get them, but I got her these 3 things, so which is good. The next app is GoodNotes. Now, if you are a student just like me, GoodNotes is my favorite app to use to write notes on. I actually have a paper feel screen protector, which makes it feel amazing to write on. It's pretty silent too, actually. It's not as loud as some people might think it is. And so right here I have my math folder, my physics folder, which I'm actually done that class. This is just me planning what class I need to take for the next year. So that is the GoodNotes app. You do have to buy it, but I totally recommend. It's definitely worth it. The next app on here is Pulse. Now, if you don't know what Pulse is and you haven't heard of it, it is a great app to use to look at all your classes and to easily access them. For example, here, this is my physics course that I had, but it'll show everything that the professor uploaded. You can also see your grades on it, and it's just really easy to access, and it's a great app to use. I 100% recommend getting it. The next app here is Files. Pretty basic, I just have all my files uploaded. Then I have OneDrive, which I don't normally use, but I have it just in case I might need it. I have Outlook, and that's what I use to send emails through my school account. I have Microsoft 360 Copilot because if I need to edit something on Word, unfortunately you do need this app to be able to do that. And then of course I have Word too. I have the Calculator app, which is pretty self-explanatory. I have Telegram, but I don't normally use it. It's good to use for when someone in the class makes a Telegram group chat and you can just ask questions in there. Of course, again, ChatGPT, but I already have a widget of it. And then I have Google Drive, which is mainly for my YouTube things. So I upload just my videos up there or some footage. It's just easy to use. And then of course I have Gmail, which is for my personal email, but also for my YouTube email. So that's everything that's in the productivity folder. Now we're gonna move on to the next folder on the home screen, which is my games folder. Now I know Discord is in here, but I only use that to talk to my friends when I am playing games. Now, Bakery Story here is an app that I always played when I was younger with my sister. It's very nostalgic to me and I love playing it so much, and I just recently got it again so I could, play it again. I haven't been on it in a while, but essentially you have your own bakery, and what you try to do is you just try to sell a bunch of coffee. Here all my food has got flies on it because I haven't been on the app in a while. You kind of have to, keep up with it so that you can actually play it and your food doesn't get bad. And it's essentially just selling and baking your stuff, but it's pretty fun to play, and it's just something that I like doing just when I'm at home. The next app here is A Little to the Left. If you haven't heard of this app, it's kind of just like a satisfying ASMR organization game, but we'll just do one as a quick example to show you guys. It's so fun to play and I love it so much. Now, these next 2 games that I'm about to introduce to you, if you haven't heard of it, are my favorite games of all time. They're by the same developer, and for good reason, because these games are amazing. We'll start off with Good Pizza. It's just updating right now. Give it a second, guys. So what you do is you have customers, you build a pizza, and you give it to them, hoping that they like it. But you level up in the game, you buy more toppings, and you build pizzas. It's just a really fun app to play and to just kind of get into. Now for my favorite one, which is Good Coffee. This one is so fun to play. It's kind of like the pizza game, except it's a coffee. So this guy wants an iced Americano, and it's okay if you forget because here you can see the recipes. So an iced Americano, you need ice, an espresso, and cold water. So here I have to fill up the ground beans, and then you use a big cup, and then you go water, and then you serve it. and he loved it. But essentially, you make coffee for your customers and you pray and hope that they like it. So 100% recommend getting. Definitely do it if you want a cozy, good game to play. So those are the games that I have on my iPad. Now here I have my settings app, I have the photos app, and of course, Pinterest. I love scrolling through it. I mean, look how pretty I made my Pinterest. Again, go follow me on Pinterest. But that's exactly what my home screen looks like. Now coming down here to this little bar at the bottom, the first app I have here is Procreate. Now I am an artist and I like making art. My most recent artwork here is of my boyfriend. I just sketched just a little drawing of him on my iPad just because, you know, I was feeling kind of bored. I don't usually draw digitally. It's not my thing. I'm more of a traditional artist, you know, pencil and paper, but every once in a while it's fun to go on here and to draw something. Right here is the one where I made my wallpaper and I just outlined the Pinterest board that I already had. And then here I have Safari and messages. Pretty self-explanatory again. The next folder here is my entertainment folder. I have YouTube, and speaking of YouTube, you should subscribe and like this video right now. I have Prime Video, and right now I'm actually watching Friends. I love Friends so much. I've watched it like 6 times. And then next I have Apple TV, which I don't use very often, and then Netflix and Disney Plus, which are the loves of my lives. And then this next photo here is photos and videos. Essentially, it's kind of just what I use if I want to edit a video really quickly on CapCut, or if I want to edit thumbnail on Canva. It's just a really useful app to kind of have. And then of course I have my Apple Music again, and here I have of course my app library. So we'll just go over anything that I've been missing or that's just kind of hidden. Here I just have the Apple Store, and I don't use the Apple Store. I never go on it, but it just comes with the iPad and I never bothered to delete it. And here there's nothing I really didn't go over other than reminders, but again, that comes with the iPad and I just didn't bother deleting it. And here of course the App Store comes with the iPad, can't delete it, and it's pretty necessary. I don't know why I have 2 different calculator apps. Can someone explain that to me? Now this is a really big one and this is a small one. Okay, I don't know why I have 2 calculator apps. And then I have the clock app, which I don't use on my iPad because again, I just use my phone. But apparently I have 2 different alarms here, 6:30 and 7:20. I don't use those alarms. I don't use the clock app on this here. And then I have Find My, which again, I don't use on my iPad, but I need the Find My for my iPad in case I ever lose it. I'm praying to God I do not lose my iPad. I would be so sad if I lost it. Do you think it would be worse if you lost your iPad or if someone stole it? Let me know in the comments because I'm actually really curious about that. And then last thing here is the Passwords app. Pretty self-explanatory. It saves all your passwords on here so you don't have to try to remember what password you use. And this one I have Podcasts, which I never use because I don't listen to podcasts. I've just never really got into listening to podcasts. It's not my favorite thing. More of a visual watcher type of gal. And here I have TikTok, which is offloaded. I don't actually have it downloaded because there's no point in having it on my iPad if I use my phone for it. And then I have FaceTime, which for some reason I have 20 notifications from. I don't know why. I promise I don't get that many calls. I don't get like any calls at all. And here we're missing nothing, and in here we are missing the Health app and Maps, and I guess the Weather app, but again, I have a widget of it, so I don't need the Weather app on my home screen. The Health app, again, I don't use on my iPad. It's just kind of there. It just came with the iPad. Same with Maps. I don't use it on my iPad. Books also comes with the iPad, but I don't read on my iPad. I don't e-read at all. I love having a physical book. I love having my own copy. As I'm sure you guys know, I love having my own library in my room. I have a ton of books. My dream is to own a library in my home. I would love that. So I love having a physical copy and my own copy. That is everything on my iPad, you guys. I really hope you like my iPad. I took some time making it look nice and pretty, especially for this video, but also, you know, for myself, of course. If you have any questions regarding, I guess, owning an iPad or what iPad to get, definitely ask them in the comments. I will try my best to answer. Again, I have the iPad Air 11-inch with the Apple Pencil Pro. I got the 11-inch and not the 13 because I didn't think I'd need that big of an iPad. The 11-inch is the perfect size for me and it fits in my bag just perfectly. I'm so excited to use this for in the fall when back to school season really starts, and you guys will definitely see this iPad a lot more in my study vlogs and everything like that. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. video. I hope you enjoyed watching this little what's on my iPad. I forgot to mention that the case that I have on here is actually a case that my sister got me. She got this case for free and just had it lying around, so she gave it to me. But it's just a plain black case, which I love. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for all the support. I say this in every video, but I truly mean it. I love my iPad so much. She is amazing, she is awesome, and she is mine. I feel very proud and very grateful that I'm able to own an iPad like this and to be able to purchase one. I'm eternally grateful for it. Again, thank you so much for watching, and if you have any more questions, please be sure to leave it in the comments below. And also, if you guys are planning on getting an iPad, which iPad would you get? I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.